Hey everyone, hope you guys are doing well. We're back with another What Sold. This should be part one, hopefully. That's my son Noah in the back. He's 9. He's hanging out with me today. But I hope you guys have a wonderful holiday weekend. Hopefully you guys are having some great sales, even though usually holidays can be a little bit slow. I've actually had a few come through, so I'm not complaining about that. The sales are for a few weeks back. We're getting caught up, which is awesome. Hopefully we'll continue to keep getting caught up. You will see coming forward though, for the next videos on, you're going to see my face a lot with the screenshots on the screen. You won't see the actual item because I lost about 3 weeks of footage because I deleted it on accident. I thought I was reformatting a different drive and I reformatted that particular partition and it was a problem. So sorry about that, but you're gonna have to bear with me and then we'll get back towards the actual footage with the screenshot. So hopefully everyone again is doing well, having a great time with your family this weekend or whoever you're with and being safe. And we will see you guys in the next video. Take care. Hey everyone, we're back with the sales for Monday. Good week, so let's get started. This is an Ultimate Sweater machine, just some random replacement parts that came with it. I bought a whole machine brand new and parted it out. This little set sold for 19 shipped. This is an Amazon Fire Stick, just the Fire Stick part, no remote, no adapter or anything, but that sold for 18 shipped. Here's a Kings Mike Bibby jersey. It's a Reebok one. It's not a stitched one. It's like a printed one. This one sold for 35 shipped. I actually bought 6 jerseys. I ended up paying $25 for a set of 2 jerseys, and this was in there. This one was the worst one. All the rest sold for like 50 to 60, 70, something like that. So that was still a good deal. Here's a Lightning McQueen Disney Pixar slot car set. This was originally $20 at Walgreens, but they were having 75% off. So I got it for $5 plus tax, and it sold for 38 shipped. A lot of people were selling these for about 20 shipped, what they sold for when they first got them from Walgreens. I listed mine high. The rest have pretty much sold out, and then now mine are selling towards the top of the market. So pretty good deal there. Here's a Farberware power cord to a rotisserie, the small rotisserie. This one I think sold for like 18 or 19 shipped. 3 Toy Story puzzles sold for 42 shipped. There's Rex, Woody, and Mr. Potato Head, so 42 shipped on those. The same day I got those puzzles, I also got this Little Red Riding Hood one, and it sold for like 21 or 22 shipped, so a pretty good deal there. Some CDs from the Rock and Roll Buy. April Wine First Glance sold for 30 shipped. And then this Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young Deja Vu CD sold for I think 12 shipped. A Darth Vader toy. This is from the big toy buy that we had. He was loose. He sold for 15 shipped on the best offer. 2 Sony items. These were from Shop Salvation Army, their auction site. They just opened it up. I ended up paying $40 ship for these 2. The remote sold for 27 in about a day, and then the memory adapter sold for 95 in like 3 days. So really good deal there. Here is a Ryobi drill. The model number is HJP003. It's just a drill. It does work. We already sold the charger for 34, and we sold the replacement drill for 18. And then lastly, a Magic Bullet. It is brand new inside, but the box is really beat up. This sold for 55 shipped. Probably going to cost us about 14 to ship it, so we'll make some pretty good money on that. Hey everyone, final 2 sales from Monday. Bone Thugs and Harmony E1999. That sold for $12.99. Just a little CD. And this Singer Automatic Zigzagger little sewing attachment or whatever it is. This was I think $3 at a garage sale, maybe 5, I don't know, something like that. It's been a little while. Ended up selling for 33 shipped. The box is beat up, but it did sell. Probably will go in a padded flat rate. It's a little heavy. So that's it, and I'll see you guys in the next clip. Hey everyone, we're back with the What Sold for Tuesday. First off, if you hear anyone yelling or talking in the background, that would be my sister-in-law. She's playing Fortnite, so just disregard that. She's having fun with her friends, so it's no one is in trouble, but she gets a little loud. So I just heard her. I don't know if you guys will. Anywho, we're going to get through what sold. An LG remote. You guys know I sell remotes. $13 ship. Nothing crazy, but sure a cool looking remote. If a remote could be cool, I guess. But 13 shipped on there. I think that was one that was thrown in a pile, and again 13 shipped. Here's a Canon 240 ink. This was $2. It was at a one of my sources. I refer to him as Josh. I buy stuff from him quite often. He'll call me over when he buys storage units or when he gets clean outs and stuff. This was a printer he had. He couldn't find the printer anymore. It had the ink with it, but he still had the ink. I ended up paying $2. It sold for like 17 shipped in one day. These are the Amish Mysteries, Sugar Creek Amish Mysteries guideposts. Remember the guidepost books? A lot of the ones that are chapter books, children's ones do end up selling well. This lot sold for 70 shipped. I think I paid 15 bucks, 12 bucks, something like that for the whole lot. It was a great deal. A couple of clothing items. Trying to keep up with you clothing sellers out there. This is an RLX extra large striped polo, sold for 30, shipped on a best offer. I think I paid $6. And here's a starter fleece jacket with a big starter spell out. I paid $5 for this, I think, at a garage sale, and ended up selling for 35 shipped. I thought I'd get maybe 40 if I got the right buyer. It's taken a long time, but the right buyer was 35 bucks, and I'm happy to get rid of it. Listed this yesterday, MLB The Show 14, sold for 8 ship used. I was surprised it sold for that much and so quickly, but it did. MX versus ATV Alive, I think, sold for 12 shipped or 11 shipped for PS3. This book is from the Rock and Roll Buy in studio with Michael Jackson. I think it sold for 15 or 16 shipped. I got 3 of these intelligent alarms. They're all sealed, but a little damage to the packaging. This one sold for 30, and I got 2 more listed, so hopefully those will sell as well. Valkyrie profile for PSP always sells, I think 14 or 15 shipped. A couple of yearbooks here. These are Colton High School, not too far away from where I am. I actually bought them in different buys, though, I think. This one is 1988. This one's 1980, or one's 88 and 89, maybe? I don't know. Did I grab the wrong ones? Oh, I may have grabbed the wrong one. Oh, no. 89 and 88, yeah. I got the right ones. And I have another one. I have volume 77 I bought with one of these lots, but these 2 sold for 70 shipped, and sorry for the confusion. I still sell yearbooks every once in a while. Someone comes through and buy them. Again, I don't pay a lot for them, but if I can get them for a buck or 2, or if I can get them just a throw in a big pile from a storage unit thing, then I'll just list them, and eventually maybe they'll sell. My rule of thumb is if someone comes through with an offer 20 or 25 bucks on a yearbook, unless you know it's worth a lot of money, probably just take it and move on, because you never know when the next buyer is coming. Chuck Yeager's Advanced Flight Trainer, I think this sold for, I don't know, 18 shipped. I don't even remember anymore. Here's a Pyramid 2000. This is a Tandy, just the manual, not the game cartridge, but this sold for 15 shipped on a best offer. I ended up with like 10 of these game books from the Tandy manuals, and I think I've sold a couple for 15, one for 20, and we have like 7 more left, 6 more left, whatever it is, and they'll probably all sell for that 10 to 20 range. So ended up being a really good deal, but obviously the market's a little bit slower. That's it for right now, guys. If you have any questions, let me know, and I'll see you guys in the next clip. Hey everyone, we're back with the final sale from Tuesday. These are the Nike Paul Rodriguez skateboarding shoes. These things are beat up with a lot of stains, but the bottoms don't look too bad. But you can see the stains, definitely worn. For whatever reason, this particular pair had a really good sales. There was another pair similar with a lot of wear, and it sold for like 60 bucks. I listed mine for 60 or best offer, and someone offered 50. So I did accept it. I think it's a little too high to pay for this kind of a shoe. I did list the condition that they had heavy wear, so we'll see. I hope we won't get a return on it. I mean, they would be cool looking shoes, and they really need a good cleaning, but we'll see how it goes. Hey everyone, we're back with the sales from Wednesday. I know you guys don't want me to waste too much time, so let's get into it. First off, we have this Nursery Village. This is from the Hawthorne Village set by Precious Moments. We're going to set it down over here so it's out of the way. That guy was actually a friend. We're selling it for a friend. I sold a couple more pieces before. Took a best offer of 45 shipped on that one. They're not worth a ton. I guess if you're collecting them, they're pretty cool, but obviously to pack them up a little more work. This one came with the styrofoam, so a little bit more protection, but it can be worth your time, and if you find them and get them for super cheap, might be worth listing. They do end up selling. Here's a Tiger Electronics Alien Blaster game, brand new sealed. This was from, I think, the $1,600 toy buy. This one ended up selling for 35 shipped, something like that, so that's pretty good. And these are some Berkeys. I paid $2. They have a little bit of wear on them, but they're still okay. They ended up selling for, I think, 32 shipped, which was a really good deal on those, so happy about that. Here is another little sculpture thing. This one is a Hawthorne Village, but it is Nightmare Before Christmas. It's actually missing something, though. I think there's something on the roof, or maybe somewhere there's something. I think my wife told me. This one doesn't have the light either. Paid $12.99 or something at a thrift store for that. It ended up selling for 70 shipped, so it was worth it. I've had it listed for a little while. I got a couple offers of 60, and looking back, I probably should have just taken them and moved it out of here, but I ended up holding off, and it did finally sell for 70. But Nightmare Before Christmas stuff always seems to sell. My wife likes it as well. She just didn't want that piece because it wasn't complete. This is a Maxell UR90 lot of tapes. I think there's 15 here. No, maybe more. I don't know, something like that. There's a bunch of tapes. You can count them. They sold 55 shipped. These were from a recent buy. From Storage Unit Guy, we spent we spent $500 on the PS3, Xbox 360, PS Vita, Nintendo DS, a bunch of games, a bunch of photography equipment, models. Just seems like a little bit of everything. Some die-cast cars, and these were in there, and those sold for 55 shipped. So the first thing to sell. Also, I think the first thing I listed. Here's a Life Special Edition to the Moon and Back. Paid $3 from this, from like a little sale, garage sale type thing. And I ended up selling for like 35 shipped. So an awesome deal there. I looked it up while I was there, and it was worth the time. A couple of smalls that sold overnight. This is an Amazon little like IR extender, I think. This sold for $9 shipped. And then these guys I think sold for 15. I don't even know what they're called, but precision ball joints or something like that. You'll see on the screen. They were from this buy as well with all the camera equipment. I think those sold for like 15 shipped or something. So not huge sales, but again, I like those smalls, easy list, easy to ship. You know, we'll make $4 on the extender or whatever, maybe a little more, and then we'll make, you know, I don't know, almost $10 on the other one, $8, something like that. So that's worth my time. Blackmore's Night, this is from the Rock and Roll buy, sold for 12 shipped. And Tommy, the Who movie, I think this one sold for 20 something, I think 28, 24, I don't remember, but DVD from the same buy. So that was pretty cool. We have these, what are they called? Campbell Forest something. Oh, Forest Life series. That's what it is, by Sam Campbell. These were with a bunch of Bible books that I got, Bible Story and by Arthur Maxwell, different things like that. These were in the same box, and these ended up selling for like 60 or 65 shipped. So an awesome deal there. Happy about that. Some cassettes. I bought a bunch of cassettes for, but most of them are in Spanish, or at least Spanish artists. These was a bunch, 5 of them, I think, of Luis Miguel. I actually have sold his CD before for like 20 something bucks. One of his CDs, so I knew he was worth something. I decided to lot these together. I just took a best offer, 25 shipped though. I paid 10 for all the cassettes. I've already made a bunch of money. I've sold like 2 or 3 sets already, and we're already, I think, at like 60 or 70 bucks. So 80, now we're at 85 with these, $25 sale, and we'll keep going. We have a couple more sets to go. Plus, I got a bunch of 8-tracks that day that were also in the same buy. So it was a good deal, and I'm happy to get rid of those. These actually sold once before, these cargo shorts and different shorts. They're all size 38. They shipped to the buyer, but something was wrong with his address, and they were sent back, returned to sender. I messaged him and told him, you know, I got him back, and he just wanted the money for whatever, so I just refunded him the money, and then I relisted them, and they sold for 50 shipped. So he didn't want them. I told him we could resend. He just had to pay the shipping, but he just wanted out, I guess. He was kind of difficult too. Anyways, but either way, that's just how it goes. And then here's a Jets Nike jacket. This sold for 35 shipped. I think I paid $6 for this, and I figured it would sell eventually once, you know, football season's coming up, and this again ended up getting 35 shipped on that. I think that's all I have for you guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Hey everyone, hope you guys are doing well. We are back with another What Sold. This is for Thursday. Pretty good day here, quite a good mix. Let's get into it. This is a Homedics Deep Sleep white noise machine. I actually bought it at the discount store. It's all in here. It was brand new. It's just missing the... It's not all in here. It's missing the remote. Everything else but the remote is here. I sold it as is, I think, for 50 bucks. I paid 10 plus tax on it. I'm hoping they saw it clearly said no remote. It does work without it. You can set it up next to your bed or whatever and then hit the buttons and it works. There's just no remote. I did test it. It sounds great. This discount store that I've been going to, guys, has been awesome. I'm able to kind of pick through, and there's a lot of duds there, but every once in a while I'm finding some pretty good solid things, and a lot of times I'm finding multi-quantity stuff, so it might be something to check out in your area. This particular one buys pallets and shelf pulls and stuff like that, and they have a store that they sell them in. Here's a manual from the $500 manual by the Toyota Corolla and Terreno chassis model. This is 98179 manual, sorry, not model. This one sold for 16, shipped on the best offer. Happy to get rid of it. I think I had it listed at like 18, so that's a really good offer. Couple of DS games. Pokemon White, this one sold for 49 shipped, and Cake Mania 2 with some Sharpie on it sold for 8 shipped. Here's a Lutheran Study Bible. This was $1, as you can see there. But it's kind of beat up. I still picked it up in it was a whole stack of Bibles I had bought, I think, for like $5 or $6. They were $1 each. And I just threw this one in. Kind of looked at it from the side, and I didn't really pay attention enough to open it all up and see there's all this damage here. And I think there's a couple of writing marks inside, but This sold for like 16 shipped, something like that, 14 shipped. I wouldn't recommend buying a Bible like this condition, but the study Bibles sometimes are worth your time. Here's a realistic TRC 218. This one sold for, I think, parts for 20 bucks. Here's a bunch of Mega Blocks. These are all Halo figures, I believe, from the big $1,600 Lego and toy video game buy. Star Wars, all kinds of stuff. These were all the loose ones. A bunch of figures. I had it listed for like 40. Took a best offer of 26, free shipping. I thought they'd sell a little better, maybe like 35 or so, 30, but it's taken forever. A guy came through and he offered 26, and I countered with like 30 something. He countered back and said 26 is what I pay. I pay $1 per figure. It's the best I can do. I thought he was real, you know, professional and honest with what he did, so I figured it was worth it. Couple of media. I'm sorry, my son's over there trying to get into some trouble. A couple of media items. This UFO Strangers in the Night CD from the Rock and Roll by, 30 bucks shipped. This Lemmy DVD sold for like 16 shipped, and then this Electric Light Orchestra Zoom Tour Live DVD for 20, all from the Rock and Roll by. This is awesome. It's a Dragon Sight Gaia, I think. Gaia, I don't know. Dragon, you'll see it on the screen. I'm not going to take it out because I do not want to take a chance of breaking it. This is from the $1,200 Fairy and Dragon and statue buy. Huge investment. It's going to pay off. I think I have $2,600 left in listings, and we've already sold, I think, about 12 or 1,300, something like that. And there may have been a few that didn't get classified into the right category, so maybe I missed them. But when it's all said and done, we'll probably double our money, a little bit under, maybe a little bit over, but a lot of work and a lot of high dollar items, so there's not a lot of constant sales to build it up, but every time one sells, we keep getting closer and closer. I have a couple more dragons, I think, a couple more Disney ones, and then a bunch of fairies and a rhinoceros and all kinds of different stuff. So happy with that. We'll double box that one to be safe. Here is a D2 Dirtinator, like a little engine here. It's in a different packaging. I sold this as is. It's from the $1,600 toy buy. There was a bunch of RC stuff. Listed it for 12 bucks and it sold overnight, so maybe underpriced. I listed it as is. I had a couple engines from that buy that I sold like this, and most sold for 10 or 12 bucks. And they took a while to sell, but this one sold almost right away, so I'm happy to get rid of it. 88 shipped on this blue Game Boy Advance SP with the charger. No games or anything. I think I paid $5. I had it for the longest time. Just was sitting around, and I just was testing games with it. I wouldn't list it, but I have another one that I test with, and I found it. It's all kind of beat up. This one was in better shape, so I listed it for 88 shipped, and it sold within about 10 days or so. I was a little bit on the higher end, so I was happy with that. Here is, I think, the last item. This is a little Santa Department 56. I think you can like hang like a stocking or something on here. This one I think was $2 or $3, and sent an offer out to watchers for 25 shipped, and someone took it. It's pretty heavy. It's probably going to end up going priority mail. I think I can probably get it in a small enough box with some bubble wrap, and then maybe put it in a padded flat rate, and we'll be okay. Didn't make a ton on it, but hopefully it's going to a good home. And I think that's it for you guys. I'll let you know if anything else sells. Thank you for watching, guys. We're back with the end of the video here. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any questions about any of the particular items, something like that, please feel free to let me know. And as always, if you see something in my What's Sold, make sure you check it yourself. Prices do change, markets fluctuate. It's always good to double check that. But I hope all of you have a blessed week, and take care. Say bye.
Bye.
That was weird.